Welcome to Put Yourself First, a masterclass for women to reduce stress and feel like yourself again. So, we have a lot to cover today. We have a full hour. I promise not to go over an hour. So to make sure we do that, I'm going to ask you to do this. So first of all, be in a quiet place. There's a lot to cover, so I don't want you to miss any of this. So go in a quiet place, have everything that you need around you, your snack, your water, your herbal tea. Make sure you have a notepad, a pen, and paper. Turn off distraction. By distraction, I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, email, anything that would distract you. Please make sure that it's off, and make sure you are muted as well. Now, I don't know why. Do you guys hear me? Can you go in the chat and let me know if you hear me well? If you can go in the chat and making sure you're hearing me, that would be good. Perfect. Thank you. So I'm not sure why I see everybody here. Anyways, all right. So I also need you to take a moment and breathe. So take a deep breath, release. And I want to congratulate you for being here today. This is the first step on taking care of yourself. So congratulations. And I have a question for you. Does this sound like you? You wake up in the morning and you are already exhausted from all the things you'll have to accomplish during the day. From the moment you wake up, the clock starts ticking and the pressure is on. So you go about your day stressed and anxious, putting out fires around you and making sure everyone is okay. The night comes and you have no energy. As you lay in bed and think about your day, you ask yourself, but what about me? A feeling of frustration suddenly makes its way into your body. Your negative thoughts multiply, your exhaustion intensifies, and eventually they put you off to sleep. So a lot of us experience that. And today, the reason why you are here and what you're going to learn today is to identify and reduce the stress. How to practice self-care every day and nourish your body properly so you can release those frustration and feel like yourself again. So I want to share with you a little story. The woman that you see on the picture with me is my source of inspiration, and she is my mom. So a couple of years ago, my mom came to visit me. I live 7 hours away from my mom, drive. So we put her on a plane and she came to visit me. And when she landed, I was in shock because my mom was in a wheelchair. She was too weak to walk. She barely recognized me. And it was the first time that I saw my mom like that. So it was very difficult. So she stayed for a week, and I made sure during the week that I was taking good care of my mom. So I made sure that she was eating properly, that she was moving every day and doing some stretches and walk. And at the end of the week, she wasn't the same lady. My husband came to me and he said, what the hell did you do with your mom? And I said, well, I just took care of her. And so she was picking up my son. He wasn't walking at the time, so picking up my son, is smiling and happy. And when I dropped her at the airport to go back, I said, Mom, stay here, and I'm going to call for someone to bring a wheelchair. And I will always remember the face of my mom and what she said. She said, no. And I said, no, what? And she said, no, I don't want to sit in the wheelchair. I can walk. And I said, yeah, but Mom, the gate is far. And so she said, no. And she was ashamed to sit in the wheelchair. So in 7 days, she went from being weak, not being able to walk, barely recognizing me, to not wanting to sit in the wheelchair. So at that moment, I said, women need to know this. And if only they knew how to listen to their body. They knew that they could control their mind and their body to live longer. If only they knew how to properly take care of their body, then it could save their lives. So I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to show women how to take care of themselves and how to eat properly. Because I don't want anybody to go through what my mom is going through. So I wanted to do that properly. So I went back to school and I got certified as a nutritional therapist. And for those of you who doesn't know, nutritional therapist is based on the science of epigenetics. Epigenetics mean beyond your genes. So in other words, you're not the victim of your heredity and you're not the victim of your gene. So in nutritional therapy, what we do is we switch the cell activity in your body in order for your body to work at its best, at its maximum. And so we do that through food, but also by looking at your environment and your condition and your circumstance and the way you feel and what is going on in your life as well. So doing that inspired me to help others, inspiring me to help more people, and I wanted to reach more people. So I put together 2 online series. So the first one was called Foods That Heal, which was concentrated on food, focused on food and the power of food. And the other one was Healthy Super Women, that was more about self-care, and it reached 4,000 listeners. So that gave me access to the most updated science-based health data and research, and also to connect with the best health professional and functional medicine doctors worldwide. So I'm talking about Dr. Katz, Dr. Cole, Dr. Ruscio, Dr. Venus, Dr. Bowman, health expert Janella Purcell, Carrie Tapadino, addiction expert Sherry Gaba, Annie Grace, and fitness experts Sierra Nielsen, Anna Renderer, and so many more. And there's a lady that was last year, there's a lady who called me and she had a specific health issue. And through talking with her, I realized that it would be better for her to see an expert, a doctor, specialized in her health condition. So I shared that with her and she said, yes, but I want to see that specific doctor for so long. And I've been trying and I'm on the waiting list, and the waiting list was 6 to 7 months. So she said, I don't know what to do. So it turned out that that specific doctor that she wanted to see was on one of my series. So I told her, let me see what I can do. So I emailed that doctor directly. And within 2 weeks, she had her first appointment with him. So that is what connection can do, and that is what I can do for you. I'm always honest, and I'm always going to tell you if I cannot help you and you're better off with somebody else, and I will do my best to refer you. So I want to share a few testimonials with you from a few of my clients. So Krista says, Vicky is friendly and very approachable. She's invested in her client and helped me feel comfortable right away upon our encounter. She has a thorough knowledge and enthusiasm about health and nutrition, which makes the interactions educational and fun, anything but a chore. I highly recommend Vicky to anyone who wants to help themselves and educate themselves about health and nutrition, but doesn't really know where or how to start. I look forward to learning more about eating the right food that my body needs and interacting with Vicky. She's such a great guide. Another one is Nursa. Nursa says, as busy moms, we forget to take care of ourselves. I'm working full time, running a business, raising my kids on my own, and taking care of my family and friends. Eating well was at the bottom of my list. Who can relate, right? And then appeared Vicky. Ta-da! She helped me find time on my busy schedule and showed me how my eating habits were a problem. She showed me how small changes could have a big impact on my health, and it did. Even on the go, I now make the right choices. The changes I made gave me more energy without adding another task in my calendar. And finally, Tanya says, I am currently in a program with Vicky, and it enriches me each time we have a session together. She perfectly understands my needs. I've done many different programs in my life, and for once, I really feel understood and I don't feel judged. She knows how to ask the right question, and I am completely comfortable with her. I really feel she wants what is best for me, and she wants me to succeed more than anything. I recommend her to anyone who wants to see a change in their life and finally reach their goals. And I'm here to tell you that yes, this is possible for you as well, and I'm going to show you how today. So, 3 things you need to remember: peace, love, and blueberry. Peace, love, and blueberries. Okay, so we're going to start with the peace. The peace part has to do with the mind. So identify your stressor and trigger. So once you get clear on the source of your stress, you find yourself less reactive to your external triggers. You are more in control of your mind and body, and you are now at peace. Miss Maya Angelou, late Maya Angelou, said it well. She said, you might not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. And I'm saying you have more control than you think. So I'm going to show you how to identify your triggers today. So you know where your stress is coming from, you understand which area to focus on, and you'll be less reactive to your stressor. So I want you to take a piece of paper and a pen right now, and I want you to draw a circle and divide it into 4. Okay. This circle is your pie. I choose chocolate because I love chocolate, but you choose a flavor you want. So the goal here is to have the whole pie taste like chocolate or whatever you want. Okay. So in one part, you're gonna write work, then personal relationship, then health and finance. Right. So for each part, I want you to rate your level of happiness and rate your level of stress. 1 being not happy and not stressed, and 10 being super happy or being super stressed. 1 to 10. So when we're talking about work, what we're talking about is the work environment, your work environment. Do you like where you work in the environment? Do you like what you do, your role, project and challenges that you have? Are you okay with that? Do you like it? Are you on purpose with what you want to do? If you have a team, do you like the team you're working with? Do you like the location of your work? So rate it 1 to 10. All right. Next, you have personal relationship. Same thing. We're talking about a relationship with your partner if you have one. Relationship with your kids if you do have kids. Relationship with family members and relationship with friends. For happiness, 1 is not happy, 10 is super happy, and for stress is 1 is not stressed, and 10 is super stressed. Then finance. So about the money you earn, are you happy with the money you earn? Are you happy with the money you spend? And the ideal that you have, your finance ideal in your head that you have, does it correspond to your reality? 1 to 10 for happiness and stress level. And finally, health. Health, we're talking about your diet, your fitness level, your mental health, and your self-care. 1 to 10. So the reason why we're doing this is most of the time we say, I'm stressed, I'm stressed, I'm stressed, I'm stressed, and everything stresses you. But when you take the time to divide it in 4 pieces, 4 parts, and you rate your level of stress and your level of happiness, you realize that your stress is not coming from only from everywhere. It's coming specifically from one area. So I want you to identify which area is the highest stress for you and work on that area. Okay? And you're going to realize as well that often your level of happiness is connected with your level of stress. The happiest you are, the lower your stress, and vice versa. So keep that pie and make sure, work on it every month and make sure that your whole pie is chocolate or whatever that means to you. What I mean is make sure that you are, your level of happiness is either higher or balanced with your stress. Whatever is ideal for you, make sure that each part is balanced. Now that we identify our stressors, let's talk about love. Love is for your body. So practice self-care. So you heard that many, many times, and I'm going to repeat to you again, you need to take care of yourself before you take care of others. And even the celebrities, they say it, how important self-care is. Michelle Obama, she said it was important for her daughters to grow up with a mother who valued herself. She said, I learned how to put my workouts in and how to get my rest and how to ask for help. Beyonce, Queen Bee, she said, we have to take care about our bodies and what we put in them. Women have to take the time to focus on our mental health, take time for self, for the spiritual, without feeling guilty or selfish. The world will see you the way you see you and treat you the way you treat yourself. Lady Gaga said, I started to say no. No, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. I'm not taking that picture. I'm not going to that event. I'm not standing by that because that's not what I stand for. And slowly but surely, I remembered who I am. And then you go home and you look in the mirror and you're like, yeah, I can go to bed with you every night because that person, I know that person. And finally, Viola Davis, she said, you know what? Especially with women, we're usually the caretakers of everyone except for ourselves. If I don't take care of myself, I have nothing left to give, nothing. But when I take the time to take care of myself, I feel like I can face life with a renewed vigor and renewed passion. So the truth is, busy or not, self-care is not an option. It's a necessity to keep your sanity, your mind right, your body moving, and your energy level up so you can live the life you want and be around longer for the one you love. Tell me if that sounds familiar. The closest I get to the spot is when the steam from the dishwasher smacks me in the face, right? How many of you can relate? Go in the chat, let me know how many of you can relate to this. So how do we address that? Well, today I'm going to show you a few tricks for relaxation. So a Harvard University experiment says yoga, meditation, prayer, and mindful breathing can influence your genes and rate at which you get older. The experiment shows that 20 minutes a day of one of these activities reduce stress and slow aging process. It creates what they call the relaxation response, which is a physical state of deep rest that changes a person's physical and emotional response to stress. So what I want to share with you is my method, the method that I use. It's called a 5-5-10. I named it the 5-5-10. So it starts with move and stretch for 5 minutes when you wake up. Move and stretch for 5 minutes when you wake up. Then breathe mindfully for 5 minutes at lunchtime. When I say breathe mindfully, I mean not in front of your computer, not with your phone. Just go in a quiet place. You can go in the toilet stall. I don't care. Just go in a place, a quiet place, and breathe for 5 minutes. Breathe in and breathe out, and it will reset your mind in the middle of the day. And finally, meditate for 10 minutes before bed. Meditate for 10 minutes before bed. A lot of us think of meditation as you close your eyes, you put your hand like this, and you it's one method, but it's not the only method. There's also a bunch of video on YouTube for meditation, and one that I like is late Dr. Wayne Dyer. He has a bunch of 10 minutes little videos that you can listen right before bed, and it helps you relax. 5-5-10. So let's do that right now. Let's stretch a little bit. Just get up or stay seated as you wish, but let's stretch, because the last part of this webinar is a lot. There's a lot there, and I want you to be focused because it's very important. So let's stretch, and while you're doing that, I'm going to put in the chat, if you do want to book a call with me and see what's possible for you, I just put in the chat the link to my calendar. So go ahead and book a call on my calendar, and we'll see what we can do together, what we can accomplish together. All right? Okay. The last part is the blueberries. So the blueberries has to do with nutrition, nourish your body and your brain. So why is that important? Well, because when you eat better, it positively impacts your body and brain's health. So your energy level, focus, and thought process improve, and you now think clearly, you analyze better, and problem solve better. And as a result, you're less stressed and you're more confident. So you might be thinking, what does eating better mean? So eating better, we're going to look at what it means right now. And when you know what it means to eat better, you'll be in a better position to control your body. You'll understand what to look for in food, and you'll never look back to your old habits. And we're going to start with something that is really tricky for all of my clients. So I want to help you with that too. So we're going to look at nutrition labels. So imagine you are at the grocery store. You're going to the cereal aisle, and then you decide to get a box of mini wheats. So for those of you who don't know, mini wheats is a kind of cereal. So mini wheats, what is attracting to that box of mini wheat? What catches your attention? It says it's very high in fiber, right? And I have my own box of mini wheats here. My husband eats those. I have my box of mini wheats here. I don't know if you can see. There's some writings here. So it says it's made with 100% whole grain. It's source of 10 essential nutrients, and there's no artificial flavors or colors. That's great. And as a bonus, there's a little mini wheat cereal man sitting on the S there. It seems really happy. So that's always an influencer in choosing cereal, right? Okay. So what do we do next? We look at the nutrition label. What's the first thing we look on the nutrition label? Most people look at calories. And you might not agree with me, but I do not count calories. I do not look at calories, and I do not believe in calories. Okay? What I do believe is that for some people in some circumstances, wanting to achieve some extreme results, yes, they do need a coach and help them to look at calories. But in general, you do not need to look at calories. That's not the first thing you need to look at. There's a bunch of vitamins and minerals at the bottom. That looks great, but most of us, we don't know. I know, but most of us, we don't know what they're there for. So there's a lot of them, great, but that's it. But the thing that you have to look for, the first thing is fiber, sugar, and protein. Those are the three things that you have to look at. Fiber and proteins help you feel full. Okay, so fiber, it says very high in fiber. It's high in fiber. 6 grams of fiber is good. It's not very high in fiber, and as a matter of fact, they changed it because on the box of cereal I have here, it says only high in fiber, right? So it's high in fiber. Usually you're looking at about 10 grams of fiber per meal that you're looking to achieve. So 6 is not bad. Then you look at the sugar and the protein. Usually I love cereals in the morning. So usually what I suggest you to do is to make sure that there's the same amount or more, ideally more protein than sugar in your cereal. More protein than sugar. In this case, there's more sugar than protein. Okay, so that's an indicator. But we're going to look at where the sugar is coming from. So that's coming next. Okay. And also be careful to look at the serving. The serving calls for 20 biscuit. I don't know if you know mini wheats. I don't know if you ever eaten mini wheats, but as my husband says, 20 biscuit is like a shot of mini wheats. It's like this much. So it looks great on the nutrition label, but the reality is you're gonna eat twice or 3 times that amount. So 3 times the sugar is 33 grams of sugar in one bowl. So be careful and look at the servings. Okay. So now we're looking at the ingredients. Whole grain wheat, good. Sugar, brown rice syrup, glycerin, gelatin, color, which is apple juice concentrate, blackstrap molasses, barley, malt extract, and BHT. What does that mean? Let's see. Whole grain wheat. There's a difference between whole grain wheat and whole wheat. Okay, so whole grain wheat is good. That means that the kernel is intact and still has all its nutrient and its fiber. So it's a good thing. Then you have sugar. Not much to say about that because there's not much detail about it. So we gonna assume that it's white sugar, but we don't know. There's sugar. Then we look at brown rice syrup. What is brown rice syrup? Is made by breaking down the starch in cooked rice, turning it into easily digestible sugars. Like most refined sugars, brown rice syrup contains a lot of sugar and almost no essential nutrient. So it's sugar. Okay, let's move on. Glycerin, also called glycerol. It's a trihydroxy sugar alcohol found in the natural fat of vegetable and animals. It is a sugar alcohol, a carbohydrate, used as a food additive. Glycerin syrup is used as a sweetener. So 2 things here. Glycerin is another form of sugar, and glycerin is not vegan. So if you thought that mini wheats were vegan, they are not. They are not. Gelatin, it's not a sugar, but it's from animal source. So again, it's not vegan. Then we look at apple juice concentrate. Apple juice concentrate is high in sugar. It can have over 100 grams of sugar per cup. Unlike the raw fruit, it lacks the fiber content. And here we're wondering, is it natural apple juice concentrate or not natural? We don't know. It's not specified because if it's not natural, the level of sugar is higher. So it's another sugar. Blackstrap molasses is the dark, viscous molasses that remains after maximum extraction of sugar from raw sugar cane. Blackstrap molasses contains vital vitamins and minerals such as iron, calcium, magnesium, vitamin B, and selenium. That's great. There's a lot of vitamin, but we're going to see later what that means. But for now, let's concentrate on the fact that it's another sugar. Then barley malt extract, malt syrup, is an unrefined sweetener processed by extraction from sprouted malted barley. Oh, it's natural. Okay. However, it is a sweetener, and its effect on your body is the same. It affects your body, the same way as sugar. So even though it's natural, it's still a sugar. And then BHT, basically what it is, it's food preservative. It is a synthetic antioxidant. It is safe. in the amount they put in the processed food. So there's such a small amount. I don't recommend to look for BHD and eat it, but if it's in the cereal, I don't want you to panic. It's okay. Okay. So what I want to notice is that 6 out of 9 ingredients in the mini wheats is sugar. Is sugar. So that qualify those cereal as crap food. What are crap food? Crap food cancels out or robs the body of its essential vitamin and mineral. Remember the blackstrap molasses with all those vitamins and mineral? Well, I have bad news for you. If you do eat crap and you take multivitamins and you think you're okay because you're getting your vitamins, well, think again. Because crap food prevent the body from absorbing those nutrients in your body. So basically you don't get the nutrient and the vitamin that you need. Okay. Crap food is also empty calories, so there's no nutrient in it. And it's addictive. So the more you eat it, the more you want it, and you tend to overeating it. I remember the ad, I don't know if you remember that, a few years ago, or many years ago, I don't remember, about Lay's chip. And it was try to only eat one. Well, that's crap food. That's what it does. You can't just eat one. So C in crap food, C stands for carbonated drinks. So everything that is bubbly with added sugar, sodium, and artificial flavor. So basically, the pop is the best example I can give you. Then you have refined sugar. Refined means it's modified from its raw source. So white sugar, commercial brown sugar, powdered sugar, high fructose, corn syrup, etc. A stands for artificial color and flavoring that you find in candies, baked goods, soft drinks, and prepared snack. And A also stands for alcohol. And finally, P stands for processed food. So how to recognize a processed food? It's because usually it contains trans fat and all the above crap. So CRA are in the processed food. So some example are cured or smoked meat, lunch meat, sausages, ham, ice cream, fruit juice, soft drinks, white flour, white rice, and as we saw today in some cases, cereal. So you might be wondering what blueberry have to do with this? Well, when you eat a poor diet, so crap food and fried food, when you add toxin, pollution, radiation, pesticide, everything that you see in this world, and then you add cigarette smoke, doesn't matter if you smoke or not, the second smoke we all know is as bad or even worse. So cigarette smoke, alcohol, and then you add exposure to direct sunlight, what you create is free radicals. What are free radicals, you may ask? They're just crazy cells like this in your body. They're free and they're radical. And what they do is they attack the other cell and damage them and even kill the good cells in your body. Okay, we all produce free radicals, 1 to 2%, and your body is created naturally, but the body usually is able to control them. The problem is when you add all the external, like toxin, pollution, etc., then your body produces a lot more free radicals that it can handle. And free radicals are responsible for premature aging and diseases. So how do you take care of those free radicals? With antioxidant. So antioxidant, they are the antidote to cell damage caused by free radicals. So antioxidant, they're the antidote to cell damage caused by free radicals. And blueberries, they are among the highest source of antioxidant. Let me see if I can.
Here. Good on the road.
Okay, thank you. So blueberries are among the highest source of antioxidant. And the best way to get the full spectrum of antioxidant is to eat a wide variety of natural food from every color of the rainbow. Hashtag eat the rainbow. Eat the rainbow. Blueberries. Just a last trick here. Blueberries, wild blueberries are the best source. Wild blueberries are the best source. And the best way to get wild blueberries is in the frozen section. You look for the organic blueberries, wild blueberries, and they're the highest in nutrient and the highest in antioxidant compared to the regular blueberries. Okay, an extra trick here. So, to do a recap, we looked at a lot of things today. So what we learned is in order to be able to put yourself first, you need to look at 3 elements: the peace, the love, and the blueberries. Peace is at the base of a healthier you. Identifying and reducing stress is the first step of the journey. The source of your stress can come from 4 main categories. Your level of happiness is greatly impacted by your level of stress, and you have more control than you think. We also look at taking care of yourself is not an act of selfishness, but rather a necessity. Self-care is the only way you can live longer and be around for the ones you love. Self-care has to be practiced every single day. Studies prove that relaxation has an impact on your body and your mind, and only 20 minutes per day reduces stress. The 5-5-10 method is a simple stress reduction method to incorporate in your daily routine. And we also learned that eating better positively impacts your body and your brain's health. You're self-confident and reduces your stress level. Eating better does not only mean counting your calories. The importance of reading a nutrition label correctly and what to look for. We look at what crap foods are and why it is important to eliminate them as much as possible. We look at the impact of antioxidant on free radicals. And finally, we saw the benefit of blueberries and the magic of the rainbow. So my question to you is, did you enjoy our time together? And did you find the information helpful? If you can go in the chat and let me know, do you now feel more confident in your ability to handle stress and take care of your own body? Do you now understand that you are the most important person in your life and you need to be at the top of your list? And are you excited about implementing these steps in your life? So go in the chat right now. Let me know. Let me know if that was helpful. Let me know. And I am very confident that you could take everything that you learned today, everything that we look at, and go in your own way and put everything in action and get some result that you probably never expected. And we have covered a whole lot of information today, and to give you a good foundation that most people don't have. And that's great. That's amazing. And that's a good start. But it is only that. It's only a good start. And if that was the only thing that you needed to be healthy and to feel good in your own body and to reduce your stress, well, that would be ideal, wouldn't it? That would be ideal. But the truth is, there's a lot more to it. And unfortunately, it cannot be covered in just 1 hour webinar. So that's why I want to offer something to you. I want to offer you my help and to go at this together and in a fun and easy way, simple way. And my question to you is, what if I can play an active role in your health journey and took the responsibility for your results? What if I had an obligation to you and to your outcome? Would that help you? Would that make a difference for you? Let me know. Okay. Do you think that I could empower you, hold you high, hold you accountable, and make sure that you achieve the goals that you want? Because here's what I know about you is you deserve to be happy, you deserve to love yourself, and you deserve to feel like yourself again. So you have two choices. Will you continue to try to figure it out on your own? Or will you allow me to help you? When you're ready, just book a call with me and let's see what's possible for you. All right. So thank you so much for being here today. Ask questions. All right. Well, thank you so much once again and have yourself a wonderful day. And I chat with you soon. Bye.